Alright, hey guys, welcome. I just 100% Death Stranding director's cut this morning. I had a lot of fun with the game. Um and it took me 81.4 hours to do it. Um the last achievements I earned was the Great Deliverer and Growth of a Legend, and then obviously the greatest of Great Deliverers achievement. Um But yeah, I finished this morning. All I had left was a few things that I needed to finish up, which I did. Um, and like I normally do, we're gonna go through the cons first that I had with the game. There's not a lot. I enjoyed the game a lot. Like I said, there's only like a few things that, um, I was like, uh, that I didn't like too much, or like something that was detrimental in some way that just annoyed me. Um, like one comment I had was the fact that there isn't any way to have some of your PCC builds be permanent with some type of special material. Like they could have had like legendary um, deliveries or something that are like crazy, like long multi-part deliveries or something that you could do, or like some really hard delivery from. Granted, like the area once you get late game it's pretty easy to navigate because you can just zip line around or jump ramp around or whatever navigational method you enjoyed using, or like a combination of all of them. The deliveries kind of become not like kind of quick and easy and fast and kind of monotonous. um But if there was some way to have like some crazy quest or like special delivery or something that was like absurdly difficult to pull off or whatnot, um, or like special condition ones where like you can't use any vehicles, or like no vehicles, no PCC things or anything like that. Like you were locked out the moment you picked up the quest or something, and like all you could do was ladders and uh anchors, or like not even that, like maybe lock you out of all that, and if you completed it and you um like finished it at like a great level or whatever, got like a S rank on it, you could earn like a special material that something that was like timefall immune material that you could add to one or like a few PCC stuff, and that those would be permanent structures, just so you don't have to constantly go around and repair and or build new structures in place of the old. Granted, building stuff in the place of the old isn't terrible. It's actually easier to do that than trying to haul material to repair. um Only things that would be annoying to rebuild and haul back and whatnot is the level 3 things you made. That's why I think they should have had like a higher tier upgrade, like a level 4 upgrade for things that made it to where you didn't have to like repair them at all. But otherwise it was fine. Um I found the Clifford fights to be really tough, and it really sucked to die and have to like. I was playing on very hard, because I wanted to get the work toward the S Legend of Legends rank stuff to get for my achievements. And I just kept the game at very hard. I know I could turn the difficulty down for the Clifford fights if I really wanted to, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to keep it the same all the way through, and you die so quick. Gunfights with Clifford were like, bang, you were dead. Like you literally had to be like hiding and like grabbing corners and stuff to really survive. And if you weren't, you could get shot like a few times and you were dead, and then you would have to restart the whole thing, and that was annoying, having to restart the whole sequence again. Um It was just really frustrating. Um, and I just had a difficult time with those chapters against Clifford. The last one annoyed me the most. The first fight against Clifford annoyed me the most because you were in trenches and you had to run around, and it was just really tight quarters. Granted, it offered you a lot of cover, but also it kind of like left you in the path of like there was no way for you to like duck and hide around stuff because if you climb too high, you're getting shot by random stuff in the background. Um, or whatnot, and it just led to some stupid scenarios that I got into, and I was irritated. The last one was like you had to be stealthy and stuff like that. And it was kind of difficult to do because it was wide open space. So if you fucked up your stealth all of a sudden, you were dead within seconds because everyone would just zone in on you and shoot the fuck out of you, and you would just die because you were just out in the open and there was no cover. There was like no trees or anything. Um, and then I really hated the time orientated deliveries. Those were annoying to do. They sucked a bit less once you got further in and you had zip lines. Um, so you can go and set up a zip line route and just use the zip lines to get to where you needed to be quickly. Um, but if you didn't do that, it was kind of an ass thing to do, especially when you're doing premium deliveries and you're trying to get below that like really low amount time mark. Like the time deliveries with like an absurd cargo weight were kind of asked to do. Granted, I those were nice to do when you needed to rank up. Apparently, I figured that one near the end when I would try and rank up my delivery level, my time delivery level. Um, that was like a good thing to do. Um, and then falling was ass in the game. The there was plenty of times where I dropped from a rock, just slight. It was like maybe knee high, maybe thigh high rock on on a slope, and my kid he would fucking just drop and then fucking Dark Soul roll like down the hill 50 times while all my cargo flew off and almost got destroyed or destroyed itself across the rocks right away. It pissed me off. There's so many times where I just like little gimp drop and I gone, or like he would stumble randomly, or like you gotta stop moving and you he doesn't stop, or like you stop moving and you think you're fine. Like this happened today. I was eating. I was waiting for a zip line to build, so I stopped moving as Sam, and I went to go grab my bowl of food and started eating. And all of a sudden, he started randomly stumbling, and he fucking fell and destroyed all the cargo. Right as I was trying to stuff my face. It pissed me off. It annoyed the hell out of me. But other than that, that was all my cons. Not a lot. Some iffy bits, but nothing terrible. I found that the story was the story was I got something in my throat. The story was really interesting. Even if I wasn't 100% sure what was going on half the time. I kind of figured out the story. Uh, it's kind of I need a drink. Oh, I'm dying. What the fuck? Okay. There's bits of the story that I wasn't like 100% sure about, but I figured it out. I wouldn't be able to explain it to you. It's kind of something you have to experience yourself to know. Or watch somebody's lore video. I'm not gonna do a lore video. Not something I'm interested in doing. I like the game, but I don't love it that much to type out a whole lore video. Granted, that would be a smart idea maybe in the future when I have more time on my hands. Um, I had a lot of fun exploring the world and the sights, especially when I was in the mountainous regions. I have a soft spot for snowy landscapes. And being on the mountains, looking out into the world, seeing all the fog from like the mountains because you're high up, you're at a high altitude and stuff. It was beautiful. I loved it, and also like the whole world, like design and everything with like um how the Death Stranding like changed the world. Like there's derelict buildings. There's like build like you make the roads right, and they're like dripping this like fleshy goop at the bottom. It looks like I don't know how to explain it. It's interesting. I liked it a lot. I found that building stuff around the world was really fun. It was really cool seeing other people's like PCC build stuff. And like it was like it's like a collaborative effort in a way without like actively playing co-op. You like your worlds kind of collide and like I don't know. It was really cool. I really liked that aspect of it. It kind of felt like you were playing an MMO and also not. Um, the combat was okay. It was it's interesting. The gunplay isn't terrible. It could be better. The combat could be better, arguably. Um, the music in the game was great. I loved it. I loved the music. It's put me on to Low Roar, the band, and that was pretty great. I enjoyed that a lot. Um, and the music, it was great. The music because you had the music players, so you could play music whenever. You could also listen to it when you did the races. Um, and that was fun. Just jamming out and just racing around the track, trying to level up your delivery, your time delivery until I figured out there was better avenues for it. Uh, I never had so much fun delivering packages in the game or like in real life or like anything. It was just so fun being a little mailman. I had a lot of fun with it. Besides the time deliveries, of course, but everything else. This is a basic like quantity or the um fragility based ones or um what was that miscellaneous finding like loose cargo, picking that up and delivering that. It was all fun, all good stuff. I had a lot of fun with it. Nope, I didn't get to fly. Um, the areas, the Clifford chapters, I really enjoyed the environment during those, especially the like tanks and the planes and stuff like that that were flying around, like how they all looked fleshy, and they had like either umbilical cords or like intestinal like track looking flesh bits on them. It just looked gritty and badass. Oh, it was great. Um, I really love those environments, the war torn locales. Um, sorry, the flies like fucking taunting my ass. Um, Having to knock out enemies instead of just outright killing them was interesting and like a challenge. Honestly, it would be a lot easier just to kill them. But I mean, you have rubber bullets or trank grenades or stun bombs and stuff like that that uh, help. And then Sam's hand to hand combat isn't terrible, so you can knock out enemies that way. All just to prevent void outs. Which I only had one void out at all in the game, and that was because I randomly passed the dead body, and I kind of just left it. I was like, whatever, that's not a big of a deal. If there's a void out, it's in an area that doesn't matter. But if a void out happens, the game ends. So I learned that the hard way. Luckily, you don't have to go collect the body and deliver it to the incinerator if there's a void out. It just ends your game wherever you're at, and then you have to load up the most recent save. So if you're in the middle of delivery, it could be ass. But I just started delivery when it happened, so I was able to just pick up the delivery items again and start from there. So it wasn't too terrible. Um, but it does make combat interesting, and like the variety of weaponry you have access to that make it interesting. That's what I mean about like combat being okay. Like there's good aspects to it, but also it's kind of bad aspects as well. Because like until you get access to the fabrication of some of the better weaponry, um, it's really difficult to navigate mule zones or terrorist zones. So it makes it kind of hard, especially when they have like automatic rifles and you don't. Um, the BT heavy locations were terrifying to travel through. Or when like it was raining and they just kind of spawned in, and having to crouch and navigate around so you don't get grabbed or whatnot. Terrifying. Shivers down your arm. But that feeling and the difficulty in navigating those areas dropped significantly when you unlock the ability to cut the umbilical cords of them. So sneaking around is a lot easier because you can sneak around and just cut their cord and then like continue on. Granted, it's still not easy. Plenty of times I still got grabbed and it was kind of annoying to deal with. But you can just run out of the zone that you get grabbed at, and you don't actually have to fight the big beasts and whatnot if you don't want to, which I never did because I was focused. I'm a delivery man. I ain't a combat veteran, so I focused on that. I thought the boss fights were epic, and the fights against Clifford were great, even if I had my books about them. But yeah, a lot of the bosses were cool. Having to take down some enemies and like navigate crumbling buildings and like attacking the BT. Um, it was all very cool. I liked it. On the grand scale of things, it was really cool. I enjoyed the ending fight with Higgs at the very end of the game. Like, especially the like Mortal Kombat esque fist fight thing you do. You're just holding on each other and you're just beating on each other. Um, that was really cool. It was great fun. I really love this game. It's very much a Kojima game. You can tell through and through if you've played any of his other games. It definitely gives the same feeling. It's like otherworldly, um, in a crazy sense. And honestly, um, I loved it so much. I would give the game a 9.5 out of 10. Like, it's almost to a 10, but I had a little bit of gripes, but like 9.5 out of 10 is still a solid score to give it. And I don't know, I was really happy with it. But I enjoyed streaming it. I hope everyone who watched and came in and joined had a great time watching. I'm gonna say it's like a great content game, just because like it all you're doing is running around and delivering packages. Some people might like it, some people might not. It's not fun to watch. It's more fun to experience and like do yourself. Maybe if I took the time to cut down my streams into bits and like highlight reels, it might be interesting to watch. But other than that, I don't have the time for that. Um, but it's kind of the reason why my reviews always kind of. I feel like they're shitty just because I just talk about the pros and cons and show some gameplay in the background. It's not like greatly developed or anything like that. Um, but it's what I can do with the time I have and the energy I have, and also the means I have. I don't really have any. I don't have a way to. What is it? I don't have an editing software to be able to do edits or stuff like that. I don't. Uh, but um, I appreciate those who still come and watch my videos or my streams, anyways. Appreciate it a lot. even if I'm kind of absent sometimes during my streams, using the bathroom or dealing with my kids. I appreciate everyone who sticks around and likes my videos or chats for a bit, or even just um, watches in the background. I appreciate it all. Um, I've been enjoying going and 100%ing games. Um, Going into it now. This is what, like, my fourth one I've done in like a good month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've done 5 100% um that I've streamed and done videos for. Um Sorry, I'm adding something to my notes. But yeah, five games in like the last 2 3 months I've done. Um but yeah, it was great. I've had a lot of fun. I enjoy doing this and doing the videos and stuff. So thank you guys again. As always. Please comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will catch you guys next time. Doodles.